Why did they move in here? Why did they eventually leave? Good questions, okay? So we've talked about maybe this area is deforested. They have some resource depletion. Farming has become a little bit more difficult because we know they'd entered a drought in the last 80 years they were here. So they've grouped together for the first time in this space here. We know that the water source is closer by here, so maybe it was to protect the water source from a closer space. No more trees, it's becoming more difficult to live, so they've grouped together and started to pool their resources to farm, to store their grain for the hard times that are constantly happening here. So we have resource depletion and a mini drought. In Europe, at the same time, we know that there's evidence of a mini ice age happening, okay? And if we think we know anything about global climate, is that events are not isolated in that way. So the temperatures were becoming lower, more inhospitable to people living here. There are still nomadic tribes, hunter-gatherer tribes in the area. Those people are having a more difficult time finding game, finding wild foods to eat. Maybe they're starting to attack places. A half day's walk north of here, we know that that was happening. Food stealing, mass murders occurring in the valleys to the north of Mesa Verde National Park. Looking at the architecture, we know that this place was connected to areas as far away as Chaco Canyon, which is 150 miles to the south of here. If they were connected to Chaco Canyon 150 miles away, pretty much guarantee they knew what was happening a half day's walk to the north outside of the park. So we see kind of this perfect storm developing of resource depletion, changing climate, and invading people. Now, if anybody's familiar with the movie The Perfect Storm, you may be able to escape one storm, two storms, but probably not all three of them. Maybe that's why they moved in here, and maybe that's why they eventually left. And we're completely clear of the area by 1300. Okay? Alright.